What is the best Kanye song? Now, this is a question that many generations have. And the question gets easier as, Kanye's new music. It's pretty much Kanye's new music, so this can officiate the official question and make the answer a little more easier as what is Kanye's best song, but is also difficult at the same time as Kanye has over 400 songs, which, it's kind of hard to choose one song out of 400 of them. And if you would ask me as the Kanye fanboy, specifically Kanye, in my opinion, this is the best Kanye song. The best Kanye song, in my opinion, is No More Parties in LA. But before I give my opinion on why it's the best Kanye song, let's talk about the song in general. The song starts off with the sample of the beat being played, and shout out to motherfucking Madlib, dude. This beat is really fucking good, and in my opinion, it's probably one of Kanye's best songs instrumentally. And Kanye sings the hook of the song being like, please, no more parties in LA. And on paper, it sounds, simple. It's just, the song title or whatever, but it's more complex as, the beat keeps looping, repeating. It's like a way of Kanye getting annoyed of LA and, party scene in general, which would eventually affect Kendrick's and Kanye's verse on this song. Then Kendrick Lamar's verse opens up. Kendrick's verse is mainly about how there's like this girl who comes from the countryside who traveled to LA, and how LA is corrupting her mind. Her corruption leads to, trying to divorce other or like breaking up with men, taking, half of their stuff. And Kendrick disses that ideals by saying, spin that around and say the alphabet backwards. And that is basically Kendrick's verse. Now, it is a pretty good verse in my opinion. There's some really good one-liners such as, the alphabet one. But in my opinion, the best verse on here has to go to Kanye West's verse. It's kind of hard to explain Kanye's verse as it is so multifaceted and it talks about so many events in his lifetime as he lived in LA. As Kendrick's verse talks specifically about this one girl, and then at the end of the verse, he talks about random things, which makes Kanye having the better verse of the song rather than Kendrick, in my opinion. But I will try to explain Kanye's verse in the best way as I possibly can. First part of this verse talks about women, as, his wife, pretty big famous for some certain stuff in LA, and then Kanye's women he dated in LA. Then he raps about the same thing Kendrick Lamar was talking about, about child support, and they take out half of their money. Then Kanye talks about his family, where you get the famous line of saying his baby yay, I ain't worried about him. Then Kanye talks about his fashion life, talking about how sometimes I'm in my Yeezys, sometimes in my Vans, and then how he feels like Pablo when he's working on his shoes. And that is how I would sum up Kanye's verse. But here's why I would say this is Kanye's best song. The reason I would say it's Kanye's best song is because it's just the best Kanye song all around. There could be, there are some Kanye songs that, have a better hook, have a better beat. But in my opinion, No More Parties LA hits all the boxes around rapping, around the verse, around, the instrumental, whatever, perfectly, that it makes this the best Kanye song in my opinion. And the reason it does is because it's three best strengths in my opinion. One, the beat, and already shout out Madlib, but shout out to him again. Two, the verse. Kanye verse, really fucking good. He even says in the fucking verse. What can I say? And then the third one being flow, as this is a 6-minute song, and when I first listened to this, it felt like half of that time because Kanye had me so entertained, and also Kendrick too, but Kanye had me so entertained during the song that I was like, wow, this is Kanye's best song. You read the title. And yep, that's what I would say is Kanye's best song. And before anyone types in the fucking comments that I'm a dumbass saying, actually, Runaway is his best song. Through the Wire is his best fucking song. The Bomb remix with Miles is his best fucking song. I don't care. Because Kanye is one of my favorite artists. And if you say, Through the Wire or Runaway is his best song, I could see why, because Kanye is one of my favorite artists of all time, outside of collaborative albums. But yeah, Kanye is one of my favorite artists of all time, and I wouldn't blame you if you say, a few 30 or 20 different songs are actually his best songs. So yeah, that's what I have to cap off with this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Uh, Subscribe if you want to, if you think this video is good, and dislike if you think this video sucks fucking ass. Hope y'all guys enjoy. Bye.
I feel like Pablo when I'm working on my house, telling parties in here.